Hi everybody, Patty and Debbie from Print and Pixel Studio, and today we have kind of a fun project to do. This is one that Deb came up with, and we have so many napkins now that we wanted to try and use some of them up, but in a way that we haven't done in the past, of course. So she came up with this super cute idea for magnets for your refrigerator, and we just took a couple different napkins that we had and came up with these super cute little magnets, big ones and little ones, so you could put them, if you're going to give them as a gift, you could do a little set of large and small. Basically what it is we had found at thrift shop. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied here. We had found a bunch of these little round wooden discs, and that was kind of the beginning of the idea of the magnets. Because we had so many of them, we thought, what in the world are we going to do with these? And so Deb came up with the idea for the little magnets. And then that led us into the larger size and also the tag size, which makes a really cute magnet as well for your refrigerator or your workboard or whatever in your office. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to show you how we do this process. And we actually took we have a set of napkins in the shop that are assorted so that you can have a neat assortment without having to buy 30 of each napkin. And so she took two of them, the little teacup, which is one of our favorites, and the little bird, and used those two napkins to design and create these magnets here. I'm getting tongue-tied. The reason we're tongue-tied is because this is the second time we've done this video. We did the video once and it came out perfect, but there was no sound. We can't figure out what happened to the sound. So we tried a voiceover and we didn't like it, so we're reshooting this. So anyway, that's the process of it, and you can trim them out in all kinds of trims. These are decoupaged on, and then as we go through, we can talk about the different finishes that we put on them. And you could use all kinds of different trims. This we used little baby rickrack, which we thought for the teacup was perfect. It really is cute. And on the little birds, we used jute because we felt it was kind of more of an outdoor feel and it looked good with that pattern. But you can do anything. You can do little baby ruffles, or, gosh, you could you could glitter the edges, right?
Lace, beads.
Yeah,
you could do the hot glue gun frame like we did in some of our previous crafts.
We'll link that video below so you could see what we're talking about if you haven't already seen it, the hot glue frame. But it's pretty much just up to your own imagination how you want to create them. And also you can get these little wood pieces not just in the rounds and the tags style, but they come in hearts and hearts, squares, all kinds of shapes. And you can get them on Amazon, which we got the round ones, I think the big round ones off of there. Or you can get them like at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Or check your thrift store. That's where we originally got these, a whole bag of them in a kit of craft projects that they had there, or craft supplies. So what we did find out here is when we first started these, we thought, oh, well, because they're plain wood, we're going to need to paint these. So first, as a base, we painted it in white. Quite frankly, that's not necessary to do. We found if, it's all your preference, realistically. Here's one that was painted in white. Here's one that wasn't. And you could see kind of the difference in color. We prefer the one that was not painted in white to the one that's in white because we thought the color was more vibrant. But you might want this more muted tone, and it's really pretty. So it's totally up to you, however you want to do it. If you want to take the time to paint it, it comes out great. If you don't, it comes out just as good, right?
Yeah.
We thought.
Yeah.
Then on the finish part of it, on the finish that you put over the top, some we left without finish. And I think this is one of them. Yeah, this is one that we left without finish. And so is this little floral one. Am I in camera? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is left without finish. We like that. It's kind of like a hand-painted kind of watercolor effect to it. And then we took and finished some of them. Now this one you used, did you use the Mod Podge on that? The puzzle saver. On this one, Deb used, and I don't know, can you see the shine at all in it, in the camera?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Mm-hmm. It has a shine to it, but it's very, not super shiny. I don't know. Well, it's not flat and it's not shiny. It's kind of hard to say, but it has a little bit of shine to it if the light hits it a certain way. It does bring out the vibrance in the colors, and so we liked that. Mm-hmm. And then, let's see, that one has that. Did you do one here that doesn't have any?
Not enough.
No, I think these all have the puzzle. And then she did one with the glossy accents. Can you see that glow? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so you can see the difference here. Okay, here we go. Here's no coat on it at all, just the paper, just the Mod Podge on the back and the napkin on the top. Then this one has the puzzle saver, Mod Podge puzzle saver on it. And then this one is the glossy accents. So you get, 3 different feels here. And it's just up to you, whichever your preference is. So I guess that kind of explains what they're going to turn out like, and now we'll make one, huh? Yeah. Okay. Okay. But super cute idea and super easy to do. So we're just taking plain, let me get this one, that one's got a little mark on it. A plain round wood disc, nothing fancy. And all you need is a brush and some Mod Podge. Now we're using the matte, but I don't think it really matters because it's the base coat if it's matte or shiny. And you said not to put too much on, right, Deb?
No,
just an average amount?
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't gob it on.
Yeah, a nice layer covering all of it, the whole
Yeah.
piece of it.
And especially around the edges, of course.
This is a real simple project.
Yeah.
Easy for beginners, easy to do with your grandkids or kids.
Right. Oh, and we were thinking too, the first time we shot this video, we were thinking too that, this would make...
Your edges need a little more.
Here?
No, not there.
What'd you say?
Your edges, you're missing a couple spots.
I can't see it in this light. When the glare of these lights comes down here, you can't see, like if you were doing this in your regular craft room where you don't have everything shining down on it. Okay. Does that look pretty good from your angle?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Here, like this. No, I lost my train. Oh, I know what I was going to say. These would make great Christmas ornaments, You could make all kinds of Christmas tree ornaments with these. Now, I meant to show you before how to separate this napkin, but I'll show you after I get this set up, because Debbie's going to have to dry this with the hair dryer. All right, and just kind of line it up where, excuse my head if I have to lean in here a little bit, but I can't see it otherwise. I'm hoping this is... That's another thing, if you're doing it in your own craft room, you can stand up and look at it straight down. Here, I'm looking at it at an angle and it's hard. But anyway, okay. So while Debbie's drying this with the hairdryer, I'll show those of you that might not know how to separate the napkin layers. Okay, so this napkin, as you can see here, has some perforation on it, some little embossing, I guess it would be. But don't worry about that because it'll come out when you use the Mod Podge. It flattens that right out. So if you have a napkin that you love and it has that little embossing on it, you can go ahead and use it. So pretty much you just want it, you don't want to rub it or anything, you just want to pat it down and make sure that it's tight around your edges. Okay. I got a couple wrinkles in it, but that's not a big deal to me. I don't think I got enough Mod Podge over here. If you didn't, don't worry, just lift it up, add a little bit more. Okay. Are you going to dry that a little bit before I... Okay, so you want to let this air dry or dry it with the hair dryer to make sure that that base coat is dry before you put the top coat on.
And it only takes a couple minutes for it to dry on its own.
Yeah.
Since we're
okay. Let's see. Let's show you how to separate the napkin here. Okay. I feel like a duck out of water having done this thing before. It's kind of like deja vu. But okay, so this napkin, some of them only have 2-ply, but on this napkin, I know from working with it previous that it has 3-ply. Oh, here we go. So the best way for us that we found to do it is just take a little piece of tape, stick it on the corner.
You're not in camera.
I'm not in camera.
I wasn't
okay.
here to
Huh?
I wasn't over here to supervise.
Oh, to guide the camera. The cameraman, camerawoman.
Oh,
okay, so take your tape, just stick it on the back on a corner and start pulling it off, and it'll come off super easy. And like I say, this napkin, we already know from experience, has 3-ply, so we want to do it again. And again, just stick it on the corner. Come on, buddy. Naturally, it doesn't want to come up.
This video.
I know. Have you ever had a jinx? However, a lot of ours are jinx videos.
Oh,
okay,
goodness.
let me try it. Somebody said if you do it in the middle, it works better. Let's try that and see. No, I don't think so. Yep, they were right. Here we go. Okay. And then just carefully peel that last layer off. And on this napkin, it has what they call a ghost layer, where it has that real pale print. Sometimes you can get some neat effects with that on your paper projects and stuff. Okay. And just take your time and peel it off. And now you have this cool transparent piece of napkin that you can use for decoupage. Okay, so I didn't get it totally centered on there, but it's fine. It looks good. So I guess we'll finish this one with the Mod Podge Puzzle Saver. So you just squirt a little bit on there. Now you can use regular, you can use regular Mod Podge too. It doesn't have to be the Puzzle Saver, right, Deb?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a lot on there. Now, you might notice, and we did notice this on another one that we did, that the paper starts to pick up. And it could be because the napkin isn't totally dry. It could be because I got too much of this cover Mod Podge on it. But you'll see when Debbie puts this under the dryer that it all flattens out, so you don't have to worry about it. Anyway, it did the last time we had this problem. We're hoping that that's the same thing here. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give this back to Deb, and she's going to put it under the hairdryer again. Mm-hmm. And if you're making a bunch of these, it's probably good to just let it kind of air dry. Give me that. Whoops. Okay. So that's pretty much all it takes to do that, to put the pattern on. But yeah, we couldn't figure out what in the heck happened to the sound on our video the last time. The video came out great, no sound. And we tried the voiceover and it sounded so phony that we just thought, oh, no, let's just reshoot the video. But we think these would make super cute gifts. And also, you know, here's another idea that would be super cute for craft fairs, for bazaars, you know, really cute. And at Christmas time and the holidays, you could do these in all kinds of, you know, holiday motif, and it would be really cute. And like we say, also great for the kids to make little Christmas ornaments and stuff. Another thing we thought too, if you put the magnet on, these would be cute, like glued onto the cover of a journal, or my head's not in the screen, glued onto the cover of a journal, or the tiny ones you could use in place of like buttons and stuff in your journal. Did it come out good? Yeah, it did. Looks good. Okay. So then, to take the corners off of it, you just take your little roll of sandpaper and just start sanding down. Now here, you want to make sure that you sand in a downward motion, not at kind of a slant and down. See, this isn't quite dry, so that's why it's still kind of bubbly. The best way to do these is maybe do a batch of them, put your napkin on, let it dry, you know, half an hour or whatever, and then come back and put your topping on, and then let that dry naturally too. And I think you get a better result than you do with the hairdryer. Okay, so but we're doing the hairdryer here because we're limited for time in the video. So just take the sandpaper and go at an angle, and it's better than trying to cut the paper. You get a nice clean finish on the edge. Come on. Yeah, I can still feel this is still wet, so it would be better to let these air dry. Okay. So you took your microphone off. We can't hear you.
Oh, I didn't want to be here.
Oh yeah, the hair dryer. Right, right.
I couldn't hear you talking. So
Right.
hopefully.
Right. Come on, buddy. Yeah, this is taking a little bit longer because of the fact that it's not totally dry. But like I say, because of the video, we kind of wanted to move it along. But you can see what a clean, nice edge you get on that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we thought that it would be cute to do the rickrack on this guy because we just love how that looks. It has that kind of cottage feel to it. So that's what we're going to do.
Cute for Mother's Day.
Yeah, it would be super cute. Mm-hmm. In fact, I had a little one that I did. I was working on while we were waiting to start here.
This one?
The little tiny one. Yeah. Would you scratch him off, and you can see how you can make a little group of these. So anyway, just do a thin bead of, now here we're using glitter glue. A thin bead of glitter glue. I hope I'm in the camera.
Yeah.
Am I? Okay. Yeah. And then just wrap your trim around, whichever you prefer. Now if you're going to use glitter or something, you can just put a thin strip of the glitter glue and then just roll the edge of your magnet in the glitter would be good. All right. Here we go. If you had a little piece of lace ruffle would be cute on this one too.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna make a ruffle out of a piece of that seam binding. I was gonna try that on one.
Yeah, that would be cute. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff you can do to the edges of them. Come on. Now, each one of these designs that you see here is just made from a single napkin, and not the whole napkin. There's still tons left that you could make, you know, a lot more just using one napkin, which is neat because, especially if you're going to do them for a craft fair or something, it makes it a very economical project. Okay.
Yeah, you can definitely get a lot out of one napkin.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, and usually we like to start the little trim at the bottom so that it's not as noticeable that you come together, but even so, it's not really. Okay, cute. Now here, I took, just as an example to show how you can make a little set out of this too, is I just took one of the little guys and kind of held him up underneath the napkin and picked out part of the bouquet, which would be cute, you know, as accent like these are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, super cute. And then comes the magnet part. Now, where is it? We used, on these, because they're so lightweight, we used these, what they call, what is this, flexible magnets. And they work great. They hold onto your refrigerator and everything. They're just perfect. And they have a sticky back. And because these magnets are super lightweight, you know, they hold on fine, and you can put them over papers and stuff on your refrigerator. If you were using some kind of heavier backing, or you wanted it to hold a whole lot more pieces of paper other than just a couple, 2 or 3, you might want to use the metal. Let's see, did we use one of these with metal? I thought we did. Yeah. You might want to use the metal magnet. It seems to be stronger.
Yeah,
now,
definitely more heavy duty.
Yeah. Now here we used the E6000 glue because we weren't sure if any of the other glues we had would hold it. So we thought we'll use the jewelry glue, the E6000, and it holds perfect. Yeah. But these are much more heavy duty than the flexible magnets. But they work, you know. So either one, whichever you prefer, however much weight you think you want your magnet to hold. But pretty much that's it. It's easy peasy to do and fun to do, and you can get, you know, some great looks with it depending on what kind of finishes you use. You know, you can go super shiny, you can leave it really matte, or you can do which I don't know why we even have this, but we found it in our stash in Puzzle Saver. We thought we'd try it, and it works great. You get a little bit of a shine, but not as shiny as with the glossy accents, but we like that. You know, it's cute. Nice. Yeah, it does. It looks really good. Nice. Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of our video for today, and we hope you guys will give this a try because it's a lot of fun to do. And over the summer, if you've got your kids looking for projects or your grandkids over and you want something to do, this is very easy for kids. And they get a really great result, and I'm sure they'll be tickled with it. So, okay, well, thanks for stopping by, you guys.